What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the Across the Cowboys podcast. I am your host, Paul Ryan. And making his return to the show is Mike the Pig Crum, and with us, as always, is everybody's favorite millionaire playboy, Brenden Fergy Smith. Gentlemen, how are you?
Doing well. Beat the Eagles.
Yeah,
Millionaire
that feels good.
Playboy.
I'm now just confused, but thanks, Paul.
At
Brenden, how
least
are you,
it
sir?
happened post Epstein. So you don't have to worry
Oh,
about being on the
Lord.
list.
It's going to be one of them shows.
Oh shit! We have
I'm
our
back.
best. We have our best win in like a year and a half, and then this is what Mike brings up. Okay.
Only Mike can ruin this.
Yeah,
Yeah, but drinking my water. Welcome me back, guys.
dude. What's
Mike,
in the
how's it feel to
water?
be back, sir? Did you enjoy the vacation?
So busy, man. It's
Yeah.
put a bullet in my head, basically. But I'm happy to be back on. What's up, Jordan?
Jordan, long time no see, sir. We're always glad to see you, man.
He was trying to get in before the show.
Yeah, he was eager. I think a lot of people are excited about the Cowboys after a big win like that. I'd imagine.
Yeah, that was their. This is probably the best Monday of the season so far.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, no question about that. We couldn't really even enjoy the Monday after trading for Quinnen Williams and Logan Thomas, obviously for obvious reasons. But yeah, this is the best Monday of the season, no doubt about it.
Agreed.
Well, before we get into tonight's discussion, Mike, where can we find you on Twitter, sir?
At CD Piglet, guys, nice and easy.
And Brendan, let him know, sir.
Brenden_Smith 26.
You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. After a much needed bye week for the Cowboys, they have their first win streak of the season. And tonight's episode will be a bit of a hybrid episode as we discuss the victories over the Raiders and Eagles. And we'll also be previewing the game versus Kansas City. Mike, you're fresh from vacation, so we'll start with you. Did the offense or defense stand out more to you in the Raiders game?
I'd say the run defense versus Genty. I know it's hard to stand out against the Raiders,
Yeah.
but it's just we had gotten gutted so many times that I thought we would do a decent job against Genty, but he'd break one or two, and he didn't break any. He got shut down.
That Raiders offensive line is just abysmal.
It's bad. It's crazy. I don't know if one of their offensive linemen that played in our game would make our team. So because TJ Bass, I think, starts for them right now. I think Hoffman would start for them at guard or center, one spot. Like Nate Thomas might start for them. That's how bad they are right now. So it's wild.
Surprising that they didn't really just kind of blow it up and start over, the Raiders, as bad as their team is.
Yeah, I think Pete Carroll thought he could do something with Geno because they had a little bit of success in Seattle, but it didn't work out.
What about you, Brendan? What stood out to you in that Raiders game?
The pass rush. The Raiders are bad. They're awful. The Browns utterly destroyed them, and all. But we haven't seen that pass rush since Washington. Actually, then getting home and actually not Geno having all day. I was thinking oh, Brock Bowers is gonna be down there somewhere, and we're just gonna be okay, cool. That's 50 yards. Never happened. And you go, this is pretty cool. I know it's not, but Quinnen Williams was just so much fun to watch. He has for the past 2 weeks now, but that Raider game. That's not fair. You didn't need Quinnen Williams there, and he still just utterly destroyed him.
Was the Raiders game the easiest remaining opponent on the Cowboys schedule in your eyes, Brendan?
Oh, easy. What are we doing? The Browns had 10 sacks yesterday against them.
Wow.
Yeah.
10. Dude.
I was just kind of debating, is it the Raiders or could it be the Giants, But they do still have Jackson Dart if he's going to be healthy for that
The
game.
Giants are fighting.
Yeah, and their roster, I mean, they have Giants got some dudes on it.
Their defensive line
got
is filthy.
pass rushers, they got Dexter Lawrence, they got Raiders got Crosby, and that is basically it. And Bowers.
Crosby and Bowers and Genty, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Genty's a dude. What has he shown that's shown he's a dude in the NFL level yet? You got to do
it's hard
something.
to show anything with that offensive line.
Nah, that's not what we're told by people who want to draft running backs.
Yeah.
People want to draft the guys who say running backs don't matter. Go, why would you draft a Genty top 10? They have no offensive line. They have no weapons. Well, he'll make everybody miss. Look what he does at Boise State. They suck. Then he comes in the league, can't do anything. Can't even average 4 yards a carry. Like, get yourself a really good team and then worry about running back. Don't get a running back that early because those generational ones, 3.8 yards a carry. Yeah, I'm not calling that guy a dude. I'm sorry, I'm not. Brock Bowers is a dude. Same offensive line, same trash quarterback, came in and annihilated the league.
Yeah, but he doesn't rely on the offensive line nearly as much as a running back, though.
Yeah, you got to have time to throw it. You got, 10 sacks against that guy. And he destroys the league. A dude. I would say, like, he has the chance to be a dude, but it's too early. Just because he was good in college does not mean – I think he's going to be good. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be a good player. Yeah. But I can't give him that, like, oh, they got a guy right here, right now. I would say Bowers and Crosby are their two guys, and then they hope Genty develops into one as the team around him gets better. He's catching the ball well, though. Got to give him that. Like, he's a factor as a receiver. He's just not really doing a lot as a rusher yet.
I think we can agree that it was not a good pick by the Raiders. I think you can all agree on that.
Yeah, no, I just don't get even ones that great. Like, if you're picking that low, it's going to be hard to say a running back's going to do something for you. Like, yeah, that's tough.
Really bad roster evaluation by the Raiders front office for sure. But did you see? I guess it was against the. Was it against the Raiders game? Like, Foots the King, he was saying that the Cowboys should draft Jeremiah Love with their first round pick. Did you guys? Either one of you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so Dallas is getting near where a running back makes sense. If they keep Pickens, Fergie's good. 2 stud receivers, young building offensive line. You went and got Quentin Williams. You got looks like Ezeraku's going to be a good rusher. You got an all-pro corner. Revel looks good. Maybe if you got a safety with the first pick and then one of the running backs fell to the Packers pick, I wouldn't be totally against that. The problem is if you only have 2 picks and you don't trade back and everything, having one of them be a running back is just bad. Did you not see from the Javonte Williams experiment? Like, the guy is amazing and they paid nothing for him.
Yeah.
Just get another guy like that and get a day 3 pick and hope either Jadon Blue develops and kind of wises up in the offseason, or your next third day pick, is a guy who can break some plays open for you.
Yeah, there's going to be a good veteran available in free agency as well too. So I don't really see any need for that. But I was just kind of curious if either one of you guys saw that tweet. No disrespect to Push, but
I saw it. We're closer. We're closer to if we had a normal draft. If we had, 7 to 10 draft picks, a late first round running back could make sense.
It would have to be a really, really special one, just for simply the fact that I don't know what's going to happen this offseason. But I guess if we keep George Pickens, and I'd be all for taking the best player available, and if that were to be a running back, I'd be fine with it. But I still think this defense probably is in need of a couple of pieces.
Just don't. If you're saying running back, I don't want to hear shit if somebody's like, well, we need the right tackle. Like, Steele's gone. Steele, we're cutting. He makes too much money. Nate Thomas hasn't developed like we hoped, and a right tackle fell to us at pick 27. It's a loaded offensive tackle class. I don't want to hear bitching about another first round if you're talking about a running back. That's all. I'm curmudgeon today. I'm like an old.
You would think you might be a little bit of in a better mood coming back from Disney and a winning trip by the Cowboys.
We won 2 straight. I don't know. I'm curmudgeon. I'm grumpy.
Yeah, I guess so, man. It happens to the best of us. Could we look back and view the Raiders game as a turning point for Dallas, Mike?
No, I think the Eagles game will be that. Like if they lose this game, or then that one doesn't matter. I don't think anybody's putting a lot into beating the Raiders. Like nobody left and was like, now we're cooking. But this comeback win, that's a nice win.
But think about it though, just for conversation's sake, it's like you see how this defense looked against the Panthers, you saw how we looked against the Cardinals, and you saw how we even looked against the Jets, and it was like, and obviously the Giants too, and it's like, man, I was surprised at how dominant we were against the Raiders.
Yes, I mean we have new pieces which help, but also I think the Raiders are even at a lower than some of those
clearly,
teams.
A lot worse.
The NFL isn't like that anymore. Typically, like your bottom guys are like, they're not like, oh my God, bad, typically. But Raiders are like, oh my God, bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. 10 sacks allowed yesterday. That is wild. I saw that Myles Garrett has 18 sacks. That's just nasty work.
Doesn't he have like 10 in the past 4 games or whatever? If you don't, honestly, if you're Myles Garrett and you don't demand a trade this offseason, I don't know what you're doing, because like you're legit Lawrence Taylor out there for nothing.
Yeah, but they found their quarterback now.
Maybe. I am curious to see how he looks the rest of the season, to be honest.
Me too. I'm not saying it's not possible.
I'm not rooting for him to fail by any means.
He's so cocky. It's so hard.
Bro?
No, bro, he was. So
is Baker Mayfield.
And Baker Mayfield is produced, and he also produced in college a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like he's been cocky, and he kind of fell out of the league for a little bit, and Baker was still cocky. Shador's a lot, but I mean, his dad's Deion Sanders, like the cockiest of the cocky. Yeah, they expect him to be a little cocky.
Shador was talking in the post game, like, this is what happened like 1 week of practice. Imagine if I had a whole Austin, like, brother, dude, you were a backup, like, you were a 5th round pick. You were not going to start. Like, no. Dak got lucky with 2 guys getting injured before him to play, and Dak was way better than you in college. Like,
yeah, I definitely like Dak's personality and stuff more than Shador, but I don't really blame Shador for who he is because of who his father is. Did the team's performance against the Raiders give you any confidence heading into the game against Philly? I guess maybe how the defense looked, Brenden.
No, I was trying to have like blind optimism. What if this pushes? What if we somehow do this? No, I was not thinking like, oh yeah, we did this to the Raiders. Oh yeah, Philly, you're next.
Right.
Oh no. And the first half showed it. I was like, yeah, we're back down to earth. This sucks. I'm sad.
We can't blame that on the defense by any means. No, defense didn't look good, but we just kept couldn't get out of our own way either.
Well, yeah, the offense was not great in the first half. The penalties were atrocious. Well, mainly the Jadeveon Clowney one. The other one should have been called back. But like those touchdown drives, other than that, looked easy. It legit is like, I was like, oh dude, we're gonna get routed. I'm like, if we're down by 24 going into halftime, I would be shocked.
Just really, really poor on third down for sure again.
But that second half.
Thursday.
No, that second half though, that defense was. Those were new people out there. I don't know who those guys were. We haven't been watching that all season.
They drink that Space Jam juice in the second half, in the locker room before coming up in the second half.
You played, dude. The defense made a play with Sam Williams. Sam Williams made a play, and he didn't do something stupid afterwards. He always does it. He's like, "Oh, that's an awesome play," and you go, "Why would you do that?" And it didn't happen. I don't know what football we watched yesterday. I really don't.
I mean, shout out to Dante Fowler, who's been looking really good like the last 3 or 4 games.
Because they haven't been wanting to run the ball against us. So
yeah.
Dante Fowler's like, I get to go do what I do best, and I got signed for.
I want to say it was during the Cardinals game. I don't know if y'all heard this, but did y'all hear that he was was it leading the NFL in quarterback pressures with 26 at some point in that game? Y'all remember hearing that?
I did not.
Dante Fowler?
Dante Fowler, I swear.
That's wild because they basically benched him a game. I think, like
I'm gonna
maybe
look it
it
up
was
while
the
y'all are
Raider
talking.
game. Yeah, the Raider game. He only had like 12 snaps.
I did not
swear.
hear any of that. I'll take your word for it, Paul. I trust you.
I want to make
just
sure that I wasn't mishearing things. That's why I asked if y'all had heard it too, because I was like, "There's no way that's true."
Maybe he's leading the team in pressures. Maybe.
Dante Fowler has 24 quarterback pressures in 2025.
Good for him. The $8 million.
Would you say that's good for
Parsons is definitely number one in pressures.
Yeah, but would you say 24 at this point in the season is good?
I'll say that Dante Fowler has been one of my most disappointing players. I don't think he's played well at all. So yeah. I'll say no to that. I think his pressures might be quarterbacks holding on to the ball, and then we finally get there type pressures.
Right.
Like leaving the first week against Jalen Hurts, and everybody was like, yeah, man, we were one of the top teams in pressures. And I'm like, well, he just holds the ball 5 seconds. It's not really – if he was a quarterback that could, like, read and throw, like boom, 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 that would not be happening. He's a hold-the-ball quarterback, so the pressures aren't, like, real pressures. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. Sorry, I didn't mean to get us off topic here. But at any point, did you consider turning off the game against Philly, Mike?
I write for the team, so I can't. But
okay, let's just say if you had not been writing for the team, would you like? I'm done with
I
this.
probably would have went to Red Zone Channel. Yeah.
What about you, Brenden?
I was really contemplating coming upstairs, playing a video game, but having the game on my phone. I was heavily contemplating that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like early in the second quarter of 21-0, and I was like, this game is over. I tweeted that. And, obviously I was proven wrong, but I didn't turn the game off. I wouldn't, man, I don't know, man. I've been watching the Cowboys so long and, like, dealt with so many bad games and bad years that as bad as the game gets, I'm not sure I've ever turned the game off. I know that maybe I've, like, stopped watching or, like, hiding on in the background but stopped paying attention, but I don't know if I can ever – I don't know what the score would have to be for me to turn the game off. Well, is there a score for you, Mike? I mean, I know that you write, so you have to watch all the games, but, like, is there a point where you're like, okay, I can just watch the highlights and look at the stat sheet and, like, come up with something?
I'll say that I this year I have missed a lot of Sundays of football that weren't Dallas. And normally for football, because it's so short and there's so little games, I watch football all day. But I've worked 2 Sundays. I went to the movies with Denny and saw Running Man and Now You See Me on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way we could fit in our schedule. I'm going to Disneyland this Sunday. I kind of like I maybe they go on a run to make the playoffs. I'm not going to say it's not impossible, that it's impossible, but I for me, this season has been over for quite a little bit. And so it's just like, beat the Eagles. Oh, cool. I'll watch that. And it's more of a job to watch them this year than it is like, I'm watching like, here we go. Our team's competitive. Like, I'm hoping this next year that the team doesn't do what they always do. And in the off season, they keep Pickens, they keep Kenny Clark, they do some stuff they're not used to really give Dak and them a chance to compete with Eagles. And I mean, dude, Niners have like 44 people injured in their 7-4. And like, they've had their quarterback out. They've had like, it's just different. The Dallas is very too much like hope. What we expect Dallas to do is hope Flournoy takes another step. It's like, you know what? We'll get a draft pick for Pickens. CeeDee Lamb's still a number 1 receiver in the NFL. Flournoy's developing, and we'll look at the draft and see if we can draft one, And it's like, dude, just extend Pickens. Keep Kenny Clark. I know Kenny Clark. You could cut him and save $20 million. Why? Extend him.
Try to find another Kenny Clark
with him and get his cap number down, and then play. He's 29 years old. You know how good DTs play in their mid-30s? So, like, go into next year with Quinn Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa. You're not paying an edge right now. You know, you're going to cut. Diggs is gone, that one, which is justified. He's making too much money. Steele is gone. That's justified. So, like, keep these guys and give them a real shot. But I'm kind of like, this football season's been whatever. So, yeah, I would say that 21-0, I would have turned it off if it wasn't for the fact that I have to watch to be informed. When I write, I it means something to me. So I'm not going to half-ass it.
So I like what you said. You said that, watching this season of the Cowboys is just kind of work. And I know that in the offseason, Brenden, you talked about just wanting to have something to, like, be excited for when watching the Cowboys. So, we know that we're not, it doesn't look like we're going to the playoffs, definitely not a Super Bowl contender. But when you watch the games, like, do you have a goal, or, like, what is your purpose other than loving the Cowboys to watch the game?
It's like it is more just being competitive, because, like, if you're it's like what you were talking about the Mavs before we went on. It's like, are they losing these close games? Yeah, but it is close. So, like, you're thinking, what if we do win? What if we do? That's really cool. Instead of going, damn it, why are we here? And you're just doing that every time. My thing now is I'm wanting to have blind optimism. Like, we wasted way too many easy games this season to think that we can actually make a run, because now we have to be perfect, basically. We can lose, like, 2 games the rest of the year, maybe, and you need a lot of help. But I'm like, I just want to play spoiler now.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. And if we beat the Chiefs after beating Philly, I'm going to have optimism. And I hate it. I hate it. But I'm like, we're going to come back. And I know Mike's going to be gone, but we're going to come back Monday. I'm like, hey, Paul, what if we win Thursday? What if we beat the Lions? And I'm just going to be going like that. And I'm like,
they won those 3. You have to be optimistic. I mean, you're going again. Minnesota and Chargers could beat you, but if you can beat KC, Detroit, and Eagles, you should beat them. Then it's Commanders, Giants. Like, you find a way to win
Minnesota, bro.
One of these next 2, and you have a chance of going, 6, 7, and 1 or whatever it is to end the year, and then we'll see what happens.
I think we beat Minnesota pretty easily, don't you, with the way JJ McCarthy's playing?
I do, but how many times have we said the way this guy's playing?
Exactly, yeah.
Jacoby Brissett destroyed us, so I just want to see.
I do, real quick before I move to the next question. Do you think this team, the way it's currently assembled, do you think we would beat the Bears?
No.
Do you think we would have won the Packers game?
Yes.
Do you think we beat the Panthers?
Yes.
Yeah. Why not the Bears? I'm curious.
We would have smashed the Panthers with this team. They would not have been able to run on us like they did. Yeah. And you're leaning on passing with Young, and that not going to work. We weren't going to beat the Bears because the offense played like shit. And so there's only so much you're going to do with the defense. And the teams with good offensive lines, that could kind of pack us up front.
Yeah.
Our defensive backs aren't guarding well enough. Our linebackers are now solid in coverage, but I wouldn't call them good. They're better tacklers, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they beat the Bears. The Bears was a complete whooping they put on us.
It's nice to see one of our linebackers not missing tackles constantly and overshown, dude.
Yeah, he made a couple that were like, damn, this is crazy. He
made a really
looks
nice
like he's overrunning it, or he doesn't have the angle.
Yeah.
And he gets it, and you're like, shit.
Yes, sir. Sorry to get us off track, guys. Did you think there was any chance Dallas would make a comeback or make it a close game, even after 21-0, Brenden?
Okay, we were talking at the time of it being 21. No. Yeah. I thought that Pickens' touchdown was like a Chris Paul 3. to be completely honest, I'm like, yay, we're on the board. Yeah. All right, cool. They're gonna go score again, aren't they?
Yep.
What about you? It was the stop after halftime. I said, okay. I even tweeted, I go, this is where the defense gives up a 10-play, 6-minute touchdown, and the game's over. And when they got to stop after coming out of half, I said, okay, maybe this is possible. You got a whole half, and it's 2-score game. Let's see what happens. And they were able to come back. So that's at the time of 21-7. We stopped the Eagles' first drive of the second half. That's where I was like, okay, we might have a game here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was, of course, anytime we score, I'm going to be excited. But, like, I actually kind of got a little bit of hope when we got into field goal range. And then freaking Aubrey missed it. I'm like, okay, this game is definitely over. So, yeah, just to answer this question, there was never really any chance that I thought we were going to make it close. But I'm so glad that I was wrong, man. And I'm glad I didn't turn that game off. It turned out to be, I wouldn't say a classic, but a game worth watching. Anytime you get to beat Philly, it's always a good time. Do you consider the game against Philly a legacy game for Dak, Mike?
Only playoff games could affect his legacy. He's already cemented as a great regular season quarterback.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's got to go on a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, good answer, man. I didn't think about that because his regular season legacy really has never been in question.
It could be a legacy game in terms of when you look back at his great games, you go, oh, this is the game he took the record for most yards, and they ended up coming back 21-0 against the defending Super Bowl champs, the top seed in the NFC. But as far as legacy of Hall of Fame and all that stuff, he's got to go on a playoff run.
What about you, Brenden? Is this let's just say a memorable game for you as far as Dak's career goes?
I think this is a Cowboy game. It will be. But if Dallas loses Thursday against the Chiefs, no one's going to care about this. Oh, cool, you beat Philly, you lost. So you're back in the tankathon. Let's go see who we're going to draft. No one's going to care.
How much more excited? Oh, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying, get over 500.
Yeah. How much more are you excited for Thursday's game after beating Philly?
Much more.
Yeah.
Much more. Because it's okay, you can't say we haven't beat a good team now because they were the best in the NFC and the Super Bowl champs. So you can't say that we can't win a big game. You can, and it's another home game. Yeah. So, it's not it's on the road now. See what your offense will do. It sets up to have a good shot of winning this. So we'll see. Hopium, just a touch.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game I chose to watch yesterday at noon was the Colts and the Chiefs game, and the Chiefs just did not look good at all. And I was kind of hoping, I'm like, man, I hope they can find a way to come back because I like the Cowboys' chances of actually winning that game if the Chiefs do win this and they kind of maybe take a deep breath and the Cowboys can sneak one on them. So that's kind of what my optimism comes from. Of course, none of it would have mattered if Dallas doesn't beat Philly, but that's kind of where my thinking was for that game. On paper, or would beating Kansas City be more of a statement than beating Philly for you, Mike?
Not at this point. Not the way Kansas City's been playing. I think it would be more of a statement if they won a game 23-20, 2017, and the defense really oh shit, they showed up against Mahomes too. This ain't Jalen Hurts and whoever the Geno Smith. This is the dude. He cuts up average defenses. Yeah. And so, yeah, that would be a statement. But I don't know if beating them straight up, if they won 34-31, I feel like the Eagles game would have been more of a statement, the comeback and everything.
It's the comeback. Of course, Philly's been playing a lot of one-score games this year. I'm going to say great, a lot of one-score games this year and all that. But, dude, they're 8-2. Their only two losses was to the Giants, which was weird and ew, and then Denver. Those are the two losses beforehand. And you just came out. Honestly, that was the worst half of football I've watched in a bit. I'm not going to lie. Offense couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb was dropping everything. Your defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, and every time they did, they shot themselves in the foot, or as Dak like to say it, they just blew the foot right off that entire half. So you go, this is awful. This is the worst thing I've ever watched. And then it's 24 unanswered points. Your defense didn't give up a score in that second half. What? Like what? Like who are we watching out there? Those were not the same Cowboys as Kenneth Murray and Maurice Leafau missing a tackle as Jalen Hurts just strides into the end zone. Like, no. Everybody showed up and showed out in that second half, and it felt weird and great.
Hey,
That's
talking about
two halves for sure.
I need to eat some crow on Denver. And it's like, the for a while they were playing crappy teams again, and I was like, they're stacking some wins against some bad quarterbacks again. But Dak is not a bad quarterback. They shut him down. They shut Mahomes down. Like one of the best, if not the best record in the AFC, one of them for sure. So I thought they were going to win 5-6 games, beat the crappy teams on their schedule, and then any good quarterback would beat them up. So I thought their defense is a little overrated, and Bo Nix is I still don't think Bo Nix is very good. But yeah, I got to eat some crow on that. They're killing.
Yeah, Denver was in the same realm as me as the Bears. Like I think the Bears are frauds. I know they beat us well. I don't think we're that great of a team, so I'm like just putting that out there. So I think they're frauds. But then they beat KC, and you go, that was a good win because if you watch the game, it was good football all throughout. It wasn't like ew, and then fourth quarter heroics. It was good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, it's not that great. Good stuff again, and you go, that's a good win. Like legit. I was thinking, I'm like, they're in the same territory as the Bears, man. It's just like frauds. They're gonna go into a wild card to get embarrassed, and then that's it. No, that was them without Surtain against KC. One of the best defenders in the league. Like, dude, they can do something.
I don't know. I don't feel like the Bears are frauds only because they are doing well in close games, and Caleb Williams looks to be at his best in these closer games. And now it seems that Rome Odunze was at first taken off, and then now you've got Colston Loveland, DJ Moore, and Luther Burden all mixing in addition to playing good defense and just finding a way to win games. I feel like they're on the up and coming personally.
I know the Bears. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I know the Pope is a Bears fan, so I know they have miracles on their side.
Yeah.
But you can't keep banking on it, and that's why I thought for the most part the Broncos were not hard to say fraudulent and all that. But I'm like you can't keep having fourth quarter comebacks. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dallas's offense at the beginning of the year. I'm like, this isn't sustainable. Mm-hmm. Defense is going to learn what you like to do, learn your tendencies, and that's going to happen. And the Bears, something's going to happen.
I think Bears are fraudulent in terms of they're more a playoff team than they're battling for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to go into the playoffs and beat Green Bay. Well, the way Philly's playing, I don't know. They're a little bit weird but I don't expect them to beat Green Bay, Detroit, if Detroit's healthy, in the playoffs, one of those Rams. I don't expect that. And I don't expect Denver to beat Buffalo or if Ravens wake back up or KC
5-game win streak
in the playoffs either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The playoffs really are really telling. On paper, is Dallas better than Kansas City in your eyes, Mike?
Better running back, better receivers, better O-line right now. Worse at QB and tight end. Sorry, Brenden.
Nah, you're good.
Casey's better on D in every position except maybe defensive tackle, but they do have Chris Jones, the defensive tackle. Mm-hmm. But we got Kenny Grant, and Osa, which is pretty good. But I think their defense is better in every other level. So I'd say Kansas City's better. And they have the better coaching staff. Easily defensively. And easily offensively. Andy Reid. Duh. So, yeah, at least we know that our offensive coach is competent, is what I was saying. When I say easily, I'm like Spagnuolo's one of the best, and we got a guy that's not looking great. So, yeah, I would say Kansas City's better.
How would you feel about the Cowboys if instead of having Tyler Smith, we had George Karlaftis?
Oh, I would not like that. I mean, Karlaftis is solid, but Tyler Smith's an all-pro.
Yeah, just because I remember that discussion being had like up to the draft where they were trying to figure out who it was, and I remember Brian Broaddus kept saying that the Cowboys really liked Karlaftis, and Kavanaugh wasn't really like a big fan of his. Not that he didn't dislike him or anything, but it didn't seem like a lot of people liked him.
I'm not a big. I had a second round grade on Karlaftis, I think. So I didn't love him. Maybe a third. I didn't have Karlaftis that high, like a first round grade.
Seems to be like at least 8 or more sacks every year of his career.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been a solid player for sure.
Definitely would rather have Tyler Smith, but it's just funny how that would have played out. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Even with the win against the Chiefs, how likely are the Cowboys to make the playoffs, Brenden?
10 to 12%.
Still pretty low.
I want to I said, talk to me after Thanksgiving. I honestly my hopium might get skyrocket. But like I said earlier, you wasted way too many easy games. Broaddus has been preaching this honestly for the past week and a half, saying you if you won 3 of those games, this season is completely different. It's so different. But you didn't. You wasted opportunities. And now, like I said earlier, you have to be perfect. And so it has to be 10 to 12. But if we beat KC and we're on a 3-game win streak with the 2 teams in the Super Bowl, Monday might be we might be seeing really happy me, or I'm like, dang, the world sucks. Why are we watching football anymore?
I might check in from Disneyland, or I definitely won't check in from Disneyland.
How would you feel if we did make the playoffs and our round 1 opponent was the Packers? Do you think that's a game we could win? How confident?
I would be if we made the playoffs. I'd be pretty geeked about this team as a playoff team. This offense with a team that can stop the run. I would say the Rams would scare me because of McVay and Stafford. Other than that, I don't think an NFC team would scare me too much. Not that we couldn't lose to any of them, but
yeah, exactly.
I would be scared to play the Rams. I wouldn't be scared to play anyone else.
I would point and laugh.
Game, man.
I would point and laugh if we beat the Packers because they would have the higher seed than us. And so, McCarthy had all these great teams to go into playoffs, and then you just Schottenheimer just F's around and finds out with this team who had the worst defense in the league for over half the season, and we made it, and we somehow beat the Packers. I would just I would be forced to be really happy, but also I would be laughing so incredibly hard. I like Shotty.
Yeah.
He's making me believe, and I hate it. I have trust issues with sports in general, and man, do I have it with football. But Shotty's slowly bringing me in more and more each week. I'm I hate it.
Outside of the Rams and Lions, I don't think any team would want to see the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Agreed.
In the
Lions
NFC.
are your call too. Lions if healthy will be a problem for Dallas.
Yeah. But they've got their own health issues as well. That offensive line has looked better, but still not great. Their defense is, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's been bad, but it just doesn't seem as dominant as it was last year.
Agreed.
So who do you think will score the first touchdown in the Chiefs-Cowboys game, Brenden?
I want to say do my typical, it's Jake Ferguson. I think they're going to force feed the hell out of Lamb. I really think they will. Yeah. My personal answer, I want to say Ferg. The right answer should be Javonte Williams, short touchdown. It's going to be Lamb. They're going to, he's probably going to have 5 targets within the first 2 drives.
Mike?
Javonte Williams is my pick.
It should be the pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, I think it's going to be Travis Kelce.
Now, Paul's the negative? Who are you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if Cowboys were to win the toss, I'm not sure that they would take the ball first. So I guess that's kind of where my thinking comes from.
They should not. Why would that offense, who's never good early, ever take the ball first? Ever.
Yeah.
They should never take the ball first.
Because your defense is usually worse.
No. Do not take the ball first. Let them have to drive. Do something. Just don't take the ball first. You never do anything with it. Just defer so you could get a chance at the halftime score and then get the ball after half. Never take the ball first. With our offense is worse than our defense. I'm not even joking. If you look statistically, we are the worst or next to worst starting offense in football. We're awful to start games. Terrible.
Wow. Kind of surprising with as good as the offense looked, early in the season.
It's
Unstoppable
like
almost.
they start the game to set stuff up for later, and I'm like, dude, you can't do that against teams like Philadelphia. They get down 21-0. You're lucky just that the Eagles' offense is very poopy.
Who do you think will win this game, Mike?
I got Kansas City winning 23-20.
23-20, close game. I can appreciate that. Brenden?
The Hopium will ride until Friday when it doesn't ride anymore, most likely. I got Dallas winning 28-21.
28-21 by a touchdown. I won't lie, I forgot to do this part, but I'm going to go Dallas winning 30. I'm going to say 30-27, a 3-point game.
I can't handle that. Not on Thanksgiving, dude.
Hey, just grab your bottle of whiskey or whatever it is you're drinking that night, sir, and enjoy the ride, my friend.
We've lost a ton of Thanksgiving games. You know this.
Yes, we have. We didn't lose last year or the year before.
Have we won 2 straight Thanksgiving games?
Yeah, we beat the Giants last year, and the year before it was the Commanders when Deron Bland he set the.
Oh, dude, you're so right. You're so right. Yeah.
Right.
All right, here we are with Mike's view from the sidelines. Mike, prior to the trade deadline, did your source share any other players Dallas was looking to trade for, other than the guys that they acquired that they maybe might have just missed out on?
The word was that they didn't call as much, but that Miami called about Chubbs and Fitz and that Phillips. That Miami and them were talking, but from what he understands, Miami was trying to offload people, and then they ended up offloading Phillips to the Eagles after the Cowboys. The Cowboys weren't looking at edge. I know the reports were that they talked to Hendrickson and stuff, but from what I heard is they were asked, like, hey, you don't have Parsons anymore. Your pass rush looks like shit. What would you offer us for these edge rushers? And they were like, no, we're looking at DTs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, here's a kind of a scouting question, but is it easier to evaluate players in games like the Raiders game or games like the Philly game?
It's always easier versus better opponents.
Yeah.
Because you see it. You're like, oh, they're going against NFL quality players right here.
Right. Yeah.
So it's always easier to scout that. When you start scouting, you always try to find the team's best game that they play.
So just adding to that, would you say you get more out of like evaluating a player off a bad game versus a good opponent?
Yeah. Everything versus good opponent. Because if you see him getting owned by a better opponent, then it's kind of like, okay, he could feast on these lower guys, but when he stepped up in competition, he didn't step up.
Yeah. And the last one here, were Quinnen Williams and Overshown the missing links to Eberflus's defense?
Yes, but I would say to I would say include Logan Wilson, because of his zone coverage ability. He's much better than Murray and James at getting depth in zones. And I would also say Clowney, because as he got into shape, when he first started, he had no preseason. Like, it took him 3-4 games to get ready, but that dude was running down Jalen Hurts this last game. Not an easy guy to get to the corner on, and he was right on him. So, yeah, I think having Clowney as a edge-setting guy like a Tank Lawrence who could add some pressure, Overshown obviously as a run and tackle linebacker, and Quentin Williams is the most important player in a Eberflus system. Having a guy like that makes everything different when you have that guy at the 3-1, depending on where they play him, being able to have to take double teams, beat double teams, stand up and stuff runs against double teams, make plays if you're ever dumb enough not to double team him. Quentin Williams is the most important.
Osa's been pretty happy to have Quentin Williams by his side.
Yes, he's been much better since he stunk without Parsons, and now he's better with Quentin Williams. He's one of those guys which I worried that he was going to be one. That was my worry about paying him, is that he's not, a dude that's going to become one of those guys himself. But if you're keeping Quentin Williams, nothing wrong with keeping Osa.
Yeah, I mean, you just, to your point, even at $20 million, it kind of seems like, gosh, I wonder what another guy might be for $20 million,
Well, if we lose Kenny Clark, because, for me, I'm like, give me Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, and we'll roll. We'll figure it out. But with no cap hit, losing him is a very big possibility.
Don't want to think about that. Thankfully, that's a conversation for the off season. All right, here we are with Brendan's bashing or praising him. After a 2-game win streak, I'd imagine there's some praising, but I'll let you speak for yourself, Brendan.
Usually I would, but there are two things that are very, very, very glaring with this. Yeah. And my first, I got two. Well, they're same position, so you'll know where I'm going with this immediately. Kevontae Turpin should get one target a game just to make people think he has speed, and he should never touch the football again unless it's on punt or kick returns. I am so unbelievably done with him. He jumps there every pass. I don't care if the ball's here. He's still jumping upwards. His hands will go down here. I know you're short. I know you are, man. I've been watching you since college. I know you're not a big person. For the love of God, just catch it. He makes me think of Terrence Williams all the time with how he catches the ball. I'm like, brother, you're in the NFL. Just like we learned that in Pee Wee, dude. Like, what in the hell are you doing? It's so dumb. And then that fumble on the running, I was like, I'm done. I had my Turpin jersey in my closet. I loved him coming to college. I was so happy we signed, brother. Dude, he's done. Like, he's not a gadget player. One 47-yard catch or whatever. I'm like, you're still dead to me. You didn't get you had to break everyone's ankles and score a touchdown on that play for me to even think about saying you should stay. Flournoy needs to get those reps because, dear God, Turpin can't do anything. And the second one, no, you're good. Second one is easily CeeDee Lamb. Like, dude, it's not the drops are honestly another thing that's pissing me off the most. It's really not. It's how he was reacting. He dropped the ball right near the end, so that's when they went for on fourth down. And he's talking to Dak like, "Hey, come here real quick." Like, trying to talk. I'm like, brother, what is there to talk about? Dak hit you in the hands and you dropped it. There's nothing like, oh, hey, we need to communicate this. No, there's nothing. You dropped so many. I still think he's an all-pro. But he's acting like a diva now with Pickens here, which I think Kavanaugh hit it perfectly. He's like CeeDee Lamb is so used to being the guy. Mm-hmm. The offense runs through me, and this offense doesn't go unless I'm here. And he's going, you don't need me that much? Like, we need him bad. Like, because he takes defenses away. But, he's like, you don't need me that much? Like, I'm not the guy you go to now? It looks like he's, happy George is here, but then, secretly just why are you here? Like, Dallas won't pay you next year. I wanted a running mate. I didn't want someone good. Where's Brandon Cooks at? That was my guy. I learned from him, and no one expected anything.
George Pickens has been so filthy this year. It's incredible.
I would just like to point out that Cavante Turpin did help you win that game on the play that opened up for George Pickens, the slant that got us down to the 20-yard line for the field goal. The guy was chasing. They ran Turpin on a jet sweep motion across the field. The guy was running with him because he was playing them, pretending they were in man, because they were like, send a guy with them to pretend they're in man when they were, but not quite. But as he's running across, they hike it. Pickens goes short, shallow slant underneath, and the guy crossing runs into Pickens' defender, hit him on the short slant, and go right through. So one of the things that stinks about Turpin brings me back and forth, because the fumble is just kind of an accident. You tripped on the turf monster. You hit you had to hit perfectly on somebody's arm. Just don't fumble. But I was like, that's irritating. But, that was an accidental play. No big deal. Then the play makes a big play. I'm annoyed with him because he sits there and goes, right here, Dak. Then the ball comes, throws right to that spot, and he turns his head like this and jumps. And I'm like, why are you jumping? Don't jump. And then he drops the screen pass. And so I'm irritated. And I'm like, dude, I put in my article, we need to get Cavante Turpin some specialized plays, because we're only playing him as wide receiver. We're not trying to run the ball with him, and we're not trying to throw screens, and he fumbles the run and drops the screen. So now I look like a jerk. And then in the last play, he gets George Pickens wide open, and I'm like, I still like you there, because here's my thing about Turpin. How many Flournoy should be wide receiver 3? He should be those targets. But how many teams have a wide receiver 4 that's so impactful that a guy is like, oh shit, they got him going on a jet sweep, run, and he runs and takes out his own guy and opens there's just not another team that has that as a wide receiver 4. So have him still. Play him still, do your stuff with him still, but Flournoy should elevate to he needs to be the third guy. He's too much of a plus wide receiver. He has size, he has speed. He could mix in with those two and make some really big plays if they trust him to do so. But I still want Turpin to get snaps. Because
I was saying he's the perfect decoy.
Yes, but in order for the decoy to work, every once in a while, you got to throw him a screen. You got to, a little bit.
I said one target. I said one, maybe 2 targets, and you go, "Hey, we're thinking about him. We're not, but we could be."
That play, even on that jet sweep. Hey, that defender, ran right into his own guy. And I was like, I'm watching the tape, okay, gotta give Turp credit on that one. Gotta give him credit on that one.
Actually, you know what?
But I was more mad at him than anything, because I'm like, hand Turpin the ball, throw him some screens. What's the point of having him out there if you're never going to do that? And then they hand him the ball, he fumbles, and then they throw him a screen, he drops it. I'm like, well, fuck you then, dude.
Yeah.
I do have one praising, just because I haven't been able to do this in a little while. Jake Ferguson was one of the best games I've seen from him in a while. And I'm not even just saying the big plays he had downfield. That block for Dak's touchdown, oh my God. He knew it immediately, and he's the reason why it happened. And I'm like, that's it. I'm like, you don't have to get me these 60, 80-yard games, Ferg. You don't need to. Just do the small things. Just do the small things. And he did it
too.
Yeah, also, I almost was heartbroken because I thought that fumble was going to end the game, and my favorite player was going to be the reason why we lost, and I was going to be really, really upset.
Yeah.
But other than that, he did everything right. He blocked really well in general. He got out in space, and he actually made people miss. Kavanaugh, bro, is probably sprinting up and down seeing that, because all he's been wanting to see. Yes, if we get this Ferg going the rest of the year, this passing business gets even better.
All right, let's get through this unimportant top 5 where Paul does all the great ones and makes us look bad.
Whoa. Hold on. We still got Patriots update real quick. And one word. So my Patriots update. For those of you who missed it, Brenden and I did finally agree to a bet payoff on our last show. The loser has to do the infamous one chip challenge on the show. Can't wait for that. As of today, the Patriots' 3 leading receivers are Stephon Diggs, Kayshon Boutte, and Mac Hollins, who have a combined 1,542 receiving yards. They need only 658 yards for me to win our preseason bet. Brenden, I hope you got create an Amazon account. Go ahead and get that, order that ship, my friend, because things are about to get spicy for you. Order some milk as well.
Yeah, Drake May's having a hell of a year.
I knew Drake May was good. I knew Drake May was good. I didn't think he's gonna be this. I didn't think he was gonna be this good. I'm not gonna try to be LeBron and saying, "Oh, I knew this was gonna happen." No, that's dumb. But like, I knew he was going to be good. I thought Stephon Diggs coming off an injury, a major injury, also him being a diva. I was like, that's not gonna do anything. And the rest of the guys are guys. I didn't think Mac Hollins was like, oh, hey, I know I'm barefoot, but I can still run and do all that crap. I'm like, okay.
There's still guys. Drake May's just a dude. I didn't know if he'd be a dude, but he's
right away at least.
Dude.
No, he's a straight up baller, bro.
Best of that class right now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. All right, one word. CeeDee Lamb's issues with drops this season are blank Mike.
Overblown.
Two
Eagles games he had bad. Oh God, I have to look at this. The 2 Eagles games he had, they were bad, but like I should say overblown as far as the reaction by the fans. Like people are talking about like, can we trade him and keep Pickens? I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh my God!
And I'm not even talking about the fact that it would ruin our cap. Just can you just let great players be on the team? I understand he dropped stuff. He deserved a Brendan's bashing. That's fine. Trade him. Like Brendan bashing didn't be like, he wasn't in his bashing going like, now in the offseason, can we see what we're going to get for him? Like, no. That's what I mean by overblown. Like the guy's still a top 5 receiver. He's a monster. Like leave him alone. Leave him be.
Brenden, how about you?
Mine is concerning, but it's like I said earlier, it's not like just the drops; it's his attitude with it.
Yeah,
which is concerning to me, because usually, like, I'm gonna keep talking, like doing what Kavanaugh and then talked about. CeeDee's the guy with all the swag. Like he's supposed to be the guy. I'm better than all of you, and I will tell that to all of your faces. Like that's supposed to be the guy he is. Supposed hey, putting the chain back in as he's jogging to his getting ready to get set. This is nothing. Like CeeDee has no positive energy, and then he's just wanting to get to the sideline. So I need revamping. If we want to be KC or we want to be Detroit, CeeDee Lamb has to show up. George has been phenomenal. Teams see that. Teams are not going to allow a slant to go like the Eagles did. They're not.
Turpin. You ran that guy right.
Well, no, I'm also just talking about in general because like I this is really random, but I was talking about Dad yesterday. I'm like, George Pickens is if Michael Thomas was actually athletic, because he is slant boy. He is. But dear God, what can he do in space? And then also that double coverage catch. I'm like, is that Dez? Did I see my childhood and I saw Dez Bryant catch a pass again?
Yeah, he's just. I don't know. I really wasn't sure what to expect. Like from George Pickens, I thought he was just going to be like a big deep ball guy, but this dude is just so incredible. Like, and I didn't think that he would outshine CeeDee Lamb like this, but here we are, man.
He is.
So one word: CeeDee Lamb's issues with drops this season are frustrating. I'll keep it simple. I mean, it's just come so ill-timed every time it seems.
Dak should be having like 4 or 5 touchdown games, and you go, no.
Yeah. All right, here we are with top 5, of course, with Thanksgiving right around the corner, just in 3 days. we're going to do our things we're thankful for in 2025. Mike, start us off.
Maisie, my baby.
The baby, yeah.
She is a fucking pain in the ass, but I just love her. And she's like, she brings that element of puppiness, and you just love little puppies. So I'm thankful for her.
Absolutely. All right, Brenden, number 5 for you, sir.
Let me get to my list. I have an honorable mention. I'm going to keep saying this every year. Jake Ferguson following me. I'm always going to be grateful for that. That's really, really cool. But my real one is that I finally have done good enough where I'm actually getting ready to transfer to UNT next fall. So like next spring will be like me do my transfer process.
Are you thankful for yourself?
Thankful that I actually didn't fail.
Thankful.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Okay, now here comes Mr. I'm thankful for my kids. Here he comes, guys. Get ready. I already know it's like top 4 answers.
Nope. Number 5 is coupons. Hey, man.
What an asshole.
With times are tough, dude.
What a cheap asshole this guy is.
Wow.
He doesn't care about his family.
I don't have that Cowboys wire money to buy Jordans and go to Disney any day of the week.
Have I shown you these?
You showed the last shoes I saw were the LeBrons, yeah.
Okay. They need to be clean before my next trip. Sorry.
Yeah, I still like the Bronny side more, but yeah. I'll go with coupons, man. They just I hate to pay full price for anything. And with the I don't want to say like a recession that we're in or anything like that, but with things just getting more and more expensive, it's nice to be able to catch a break on some necessities. So I'm going to go with coupons.
Okay.
Worst human being alert. Worst human being alert. Paul doesn't care about his family. Right here, we see it.
Look at me. All right, number 4 on my list. This is probably going to sound like really old guy of me, but I don't know how much this matters to you guys, but good customer service, man. Like, people, Mike, you were just talking about how it's hard to like find good workers at your job. Like people are always calling in and stuff. Like, how much does it bother you? Like, do you ever go to a place and you're like one of your favorite places and you're like, man, I hope this server's not there. I hope this like cashier's not there. This manager's not there, because they are the worst.
Hey, go to Google, look up Dolson, a social eatery. I know it'll be hard for you guys because it's a one spot in Fresno. But if you look at the Google reviews, we're at 4.5 right now, and Gabriel is a server there. And I'd say one of every 3 5-star reviews, people say Gabriel. That's how important a great server is. But my God, coupons and good customer service. Holy Christ.
It's just things that might be taken for granted, man. Honestly, that I'm thankful for this year. Brenden, number 4 for you, sir.
He said, I'm gonna hear it sound like an old guy for my 4th, and he said coupons for his 5th, dude. That's ultra old guy. What are you talking about?
I thought maybe older people always valued customer service more than coupons. You're probably right there.
Dude, my grandparents go crazy for coupons, dude. What are you talking about?
When you move out of your mansion, Brenden, you might appreciate coupons one day.
My 4th is having a reliable vehicle, because for my first 15 years of life, my first 5 years of driving a car, I didn't know it was going to start when it got cold out. I was like, okay, cool. Can I go to class today? Okay, I can. That's awesome. My parents got to where I can now drive wherever, and I can actually feel safe. I've never really felt safe driving anywhere, so it's pretty cool.
Let the people know what kind of car you have.
It's a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
What year is that?
2025.
Man.
So we got Brenden with I'm thankful for myself and my amazing car, and old guy over here with his coupons, and I'm thankful for recycling centers because they take the plastic and we don't hurt ducks.
That would be a good one, though.
No.
Bring out the environment.
No.
Well, I guess I'm going to be the weird one and go with my dad here for my 4th. He takes care of my mom. My mom's pretty much bedridden after all her hip and leg issues. She barely gets out of bed. So my dad's like 75 or whatever, friggin' taking care of another person and just wild that he does it. So, I'm thankful for him. That way I ain't got to do that shit because I did not want to. You'd have been in a home, Mom. Sorry. Hooray for Dad, because your ass would have been somewhere. I ain't wiping your ass for sure. Sorry, Mom. I'm thankful for Dad because I ain't got to wipe my mom's ass. How about that for a thank you? For a thank you.
In the spirit of giving, here's Mike. Thankfully, he doesn't have to take care of his mom. Wow.
Yes, correct. But I didn't do recycling centers.
Neither did I, dickhead. All right,
but do it third, or does it go to? I do third. Third's Muhammad. If Muhammad didn't go to the restaurant, and kind of we work together basically every day, I would have thrown myself off a building. So it's very helpful to have your best friend there to get you through, whatever days you have to, if you have to go in and do some stuff. My disability keeps me home for the most part, but on the days that I have to go in, he keeps me from throwing myself off a building. So I appreciate that from him.
For sure. That's a good one, man. All right, Brenden, number 3 on your list, sir.
See, y'all are going to make fun of me, but then you're going to hear my top 2, and then you're just going to feel bad. I'm just like, But no, honestly, I did this just because we're getting close, like, my favorite time of the year. Like, hardcore. Like, this is when everything's happier. So I did put the Christmas season, because, like I said, I'll talk more about this in a minute, but we just got done camping, did all that, so it's starting to get a little bit cooler out. And then once instead of Christmas season, I'll say holiday season, because Thanksgiving goes into all of that. So we're doing that, and we're getting ready to, of course, have lunch with my aunts and all that. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice time of year. Like you said, people seem to be in happier moods, and it's more about spending time with your family. It's always nice to see family. I feel that. Number 3 for me, man, I'm going with, I don't know, I wasn't sure how to answer this one. I'm going to say the New York Jets, simply for the fact that they traded us Quentin Williams at what I feel was a discounted price. In addition to trading us Quentin Williams at a discounted price, they also take Mozzie Smith off of our hands. So thank you to the New York Jets.
Okay.
So top two's
got to be the kid and the wife. I mean, it just has. I'm surprised the parents didn't get in there too, though. That's normally Paul's list. Parents, kids, wife. And I'm all doing, I'm thankful for casinos. And I'm like, I like to go and gamble.
Casinos and OnlyFans, number 1 and number 2 for Mike.
And not having to take care of your
mom. Using OnlyFans. I've never done that.
Mike's casinos, doing all that stuff, and then not taking care of his mom. Those are his top 3 right there.
Wow.
That's why Brendan's 2 and 1 is going to be myself again for other reasons.
Right,
my workout regimen has been awesome.
Oh, hell no. No, that's been terrible. I can't be thankful for that shit.
Me too.
All right, number 2 on my list. This kind of goes with number 4, but I'm going to say nice people. The reason I say nice people is every Monday, like me, and that's my day to have off, and that's when I'll have Baker all day. Like, I won't take him to his grandmother's house or anything. And we got into this routine where I always take him to McDonald's so we could play with other kids and play in the play place. Well, we ended up befriending these people that go there regularly. And today, like I said, last week, I don't know if y'all know this, but my family does not celebrate holidays. So they were, last week they were talking about what they were doing for Thanksgiving and stuff. And I was, that's when they found out that my family and I did not celebrate holidays. But I was telling them that Thanksgiving was my favorite meal of the year, and I never get to eat it because of, of course, not celebrating holidays. These people, these 2 girls, Cassie and Nicole, shout out to you guys. I guarantee you're not listening, but if you are, shout out to you guys. They arranged it to where they made green bean casserole, deviled eggs, and like a couple of other things just for me to have it and to spend time with Baker and go to a park and just for me to have some of my favorite food, knowing me for like maybe 2 months. So I'm like, it's just, there's still some nice people in the world, man. So that was a really good feeling, man.
That's awesome. But it is funny that you are more thankful for coupons than either your wife, your child, or your parents. So that's interesting.
And you're thankful that you don't have to take care of your mom. So my list does not look nearly as bad here.
It is true. I made it seem like, thank you, Dad, for taking care of my mom. But really it was like, thank you, Dad, for making sure I ain't got to do that shit.
Relieving me of the burden.
Yes,
that is my mom.
Never die, Dad. Never die.
Welcome back, Mike Crum, to the.
Yeah. You asked me back.
Oh, Doug, we have to have you, dude.
Yeah, you have to be here.
Who's
All right,
two?
number 2 on your list, Brenden.
See, this is when you're gonna feel bad. Can I put the podcast group? So I put y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Shout out.
Appreciate that, bro.
Well, no, it's fun. Like, this isn't a job. It's like, oh, hey, y'all want to talk Monday night? Fuck yeah, I do. It could be either like Dallas looks really bad and we're all sad together, or we're talking about beating Philly. We're like, I'm feeling pretty damn good right now, and it's good to go like that. Or we could do random top fives, which we will go off in tangents with the most random BS possible. Michael will find random women to talk about. And so we're doing all this, and it's just a lot of fun. It's fun every year. And it feels, honestly, I feel so old that it's already the Thanksgiving episode of the podcast. I'm like, how the hell are we here?
Yes, you're fast.
Whether we're having to like recap a really bad game or recapping a really fun, exciting game, I feel like top 5 always is the perfect way to end the show.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, Mike, number 2 on your list, sir.
Disneyland.
That's not
number one, to be real.
Yeah, that's number 1. That's crazy.
Disneyland took over for Disneyland's been number 1, I think, like every year we've done it. Except for this year, I had a little one. I had to change up. So
it's Universal's now number 1. Actually,
it is not. It's incorrect. That is not it. Disneyland. I don't have to go over with y'all again. It's my whole. Everything I wear is Disneyland. Every vacation I go on is Disneyland. Disneyland is the only reason I'm still around. I love Disneyland.
Yes, sir. All right, Mike, number 1 on your list, sir.
Number 1 on my list. Nico Harrison.
Oh.
Appreciate you, Luca. I appreciate you. I was just watching him throw the ball between the guy's legs and alley-oop it to Hayes, and we're off to a great start, even though LeBron's out and these people are hurting this, and he's just awesome to watch. It's fun to watch my favorite player now play for my favorite team. It's pretty awesome. So I appreciate Nico Harrison. I don't know what you're doing now, but appreciate that, man. You great sacrifice for my enjoyment in life. Number 1.
Luca,
there's no possible way he'll ever get another front office job.
But he'll always be number 1 in my heart.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, Brenden, number 1 for you.
I can't wait. I can't wait for mine and Paul's to be all wholesome, and here comes Mike looking like an asshole.
How did Anthony Davis do tonight? How did he do? He playing good? He got the first overall pick. You think that trade was really Nico Harrison? There's a reason Cooper Flagg is on your team. Nico Harrison had nothing to do with that trade. The league was down, and they were like, just give the Lakers Luka, and people will talk about NBA again. Yeah, and then you guys got Cooper Flagg out of it, which is still, I would have never done it still, but at least
in a million years. But honestly, I do think though that he does have superstar potential. He might not have like the personality of Luka, but he's a straight up baller. There's no question about that.
It was, you at least got a good thing back in the real trade that happened.
Yeah.
It was the NBA, dude. Nico, I honestly feel bad for Nico Harrison because he's going to be like hated forever. And I'm like, that motherfucker had nothing to do with that.
That's how he talked. It's how he talked in the media, though, which honestly really ruined him. Yeah, it wasn't anything to do with, like, of course, it has a lot to do with the Luka trade itself, but like, it's how you talk about it, which is just.
I screwed this whole top 5 off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, all right, but number 1. Let's try to bring it back.
Yeah. Guess what, Mike? Guess what? My number 1 is. It's my family, you ass.
My dad was on my list. Dad, Nico Harrison, you know.
He would invite Nico Harrison to the cookout.
Your dad taking care of your bedridden mom, Nico Harrison.
My dad would have agreed with me. My dad loves Luka now. He didn't really know who he was because he only watches Lakers. Now he's like, oh my God, this guy's. He always is like, I can't believe they traded him.
Man.
I'm on. Neither can any Mavs fan ever.
Any NBA fan ever.
Yeah.
All right, number one on my list, having the same days and nights off as my wife.
Not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad. Poor Baker. Not even thankful for your own son. God.
Yeah, right.
I think he was number one last year.
He's been number one on so many of these damn things, him and my wife.
Yes. But I'm kind of with you. I mean, coupons helped me out a lot more than your son. So I'm putting coupons ahead of him for sure. Like,
Yeah.
F them kids.
And Luka Doncic, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Luka brings so much more joy to Mike's life than your kid, Paul. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he does. I don't blame him. But every time I do the podcast, he's like, I want to talk to Mike. I want to see Mike's room.
Yeah, he
So
likes
your room's lame now, so.
Yeah, it's all blank now. It's all blanked out now. I only have my little
I'm still not used to it, I'll be totally honest.
stuff up there. Yeah, I know it's weird. I don't love it, but stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens. Well, it was nice to have the crew back together. Looking forward to this week. It's an exciting game on Thursday. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys. But before we get you out of here, Mike, where can we find you on Twitter?
At CD Pigga, guys, nice and easy. Let's win. Let's win Thursday. Why not?
Why not, man? Why not us?
Mike
Where can we find you?
Mike tries to go back into the good guy role at the end of the shit. You can find me at Brenden_Smith 26.
I am Paul Ryan. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Ryan15. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.